Speaking gigs are everywhere. Speaking opportunities are everywhere. They're right in front of you. Be willing to see yourself as a speaker. You watch that person and think, that could be me. Think about who you want to speak to. Who's the audience that you want to connect with? Be as specific as you can. Welcome to the She Speaks to Inspire podcast. I'm your host, Julia Kraft, your authentic expression mentor and public speaking coach. She Speaks to Inspire is an empowering public speaking podcast for women with public speaking fear. Unlike other podcasts on public speaking, She Speaks to Inspire not only gives you tips to be a confident communicator under pressure, but also helps you regulate your nervous system for less anxiety, learn lifestyle practices to reduce burnout and overwhelm, and reconnect with your feminine leadership presence for more authenticity and comfort in your skin. I believe it's the quiet ones, especially the quiet women, who have the most important ideas. I believe the world really does need your voice. So let's dive in. Do you feel like you're being passed over for the opportunities to speak? Have you experienced speaking nerves in the past, so you avoid speaking, and it feels like it's almost not necessary to work on your speaking because you have no opportunities coming up? We're going to address both of those things in today's episodes, and I hope that by the end of this episode, you realize that speaking gigs and speaking opportunities are everywhere for you. If you haven't already, make sure to become a follower of the show, subscribe, get updates when there's new episodes. And the content in this episode is a great precursor to what I teach in my free class on my website, speaktoinspire.com. So once you're done listening here, head over to the website, watch the training, go deeper with me, and you'll start to see what's possible for you around your speaking. Like I said, a lot of times women feel like they're being passed over. Now that might be passed over for the job, but it also might mean you're in that meeting and people keep talking over you, or it never feels like there's a moment that you can get your thought in. You're waiting for that opportunity, that lull in the conversation, but it never comes. And then somebody else says that brilliant thing that you were going to say. It's so annoying, right? And then you end up being the doer, the one that gets the work done. Everybody can rely on you getting the work done and doing a good job and being reliable. Reliable and in the background is a really common theme for my clients. And yet they want to be the leader. They know they have the experience, the expertise to be the leader, so why not? Or perhaps you're an entrepreneur and you need more clients, you need more sales, you need more funding for your startup. How are you going to get visibility? By the way, visibility, i.e. speaking, is the number one way to make money. Listen to my recent episode about making money through your speaking. So many people tell me, well, I don't need to work on my speaking. It's fine because I don't have anything coming up. So I'll get back to you when I have something coming up. And then if I do hear from them, it's in a frenzy. Oh my God, in 2 weeks I have this event, or in a few days I have this event. Can you help me? At that point, there's very little that I can really help them with in terms of improving their speaking. We can do some band-aiding and figure out what they're going to say. We can do some rehearsal and, just supporting them to feel that they've got something prepared. But in terms of shifting their actual speaking style and reducing nerves, at that point, it's really difficult, if not impossible. And that's why I wanted to do this episode, because if you start looking for speaking opportunities now, opening up your eyes to the ones that are already there or the ones you can create, you'll be a few steps ahead of your colleagues or other professional women in that you are already seeing yourself as a speaker. The biggest reason that professional women don't notice that their speaking gigs are everywhere is because they're unwilling to see themselves as a speaker. So do you identify as a speaker? Do you think of yourself as a speaker? In your LinkedIn bio, does it say speaker? I'm going to guess no for most of you. That's a really important first step. You are a thought leader, and therefore you're a speaker. Even if you haven't done a TED Talk or something, you have something to say. It's worth hearing. Start identifying yourself as a speaker. And once you do that, the lens with which you look at the world starts to shift. When you go into a networking event and there's someone giving a 10-minute, 20-minute presentation, you watch that person and think, that could be me. You're scrolling your social media, watching inspirational videos or educational videos on YouTube or something. And you might think, that could be me. I could be the one doing these videos. I have something to share. And there you are at the meeting, the weekly update meeting. Instead of looking around and seeing everyone else contributing and waiting for your turn because all these other people are thought leaders and speakers and leaders. No, now you're the speaker, leader, thought leader. So you walk into that meeting and you see space for your message, for your voice. It's there. You see it as opposed to hoping for it. That mindset in and of itself is huge and starts to open up the possibility of you having speaking opportunities, having more visibility, and visibility leads to advancements on all levels, whether that's advancing towards the promotion within your company, advancing towards a raise, a natural earned raise, or advancing towards more clients and growing your business. Once you've noticed that speaking opportunities are right in front of you, I want you to set a goal for yourself. For example, in the Monday weekly update meeting this week, my goal is to speak up 3 times. Simple, achievable goal. And you just created a speaking opportunity for yourself. A different version of a goal might be, I want to have a speaking event each month, once a month, for an audience of people that don't know me. That's actually one of my goals, is that I seek out and find communities, events, gatherings where I can speak to people that don't know me yet. And my goal is once a month. Simple, achievable. In terms of the internet and social media, a goal might be, I'm going to go live once a week on my LinkedIn, or I'm going to post a video on my LinkedIn once a week, sharing my tips around your topic. Even if you work for a company, you're not an entrepreneur, I would recommend doing something like that, getting yourself on social media, having some visibility there, whether it's through blogging, writing things, or ideally through speaking. These days, video has much more impact than just written words. So I would recommend that you do videos, but we can ease into that. You might need to do my program first and work on your nerves, but let's work towards that, right? So even if you're not an entrepreneur, you're getting your visibility out there online. You're engaging in some meaningful way with social media so that even if you did leave your company tomorrow, you're already known for something, you have a personal brand, and you bring that wherever you go. How do you find great speaking opportunities for yourself outside of those meetings that you already have? What I'd recommend is you think about who you want to speak to. Who's the audience that you want to connect with? Be as specific as you can. In the business world, in the world of marketing, we call this our niche, right? So you think about, who's my niche? Who do I really want to speak to? And once you have that, it can be really simple. Let's not overcomplicate this. Simply ask yourself, where does my ideal audience hang out? Where do they go? Where do they spend time? Where do they gather already? It's not like you have to create something out of thin air. Where are they already hanging out? And then the question is, well, how can I get involved with those places or those events? Something will start to come to you. Something will start to make sense if you follow that line of inquiry. Perhaps it'll lead you to attending that next mom's networking event or women's reading club or something. You're having a nice chat with some new person that you met. You let them know what you do. And by the way, that's a speaking opportunity right there. And they say, actually, my company has been struggling with that. It'd be awesome if you could come in at lunchtime and do a little talk on what you've learned. Would you be willing to do that? Let it be natural. Let it be based on connection, and then it'll feel good. But it does start with you having self-motivation, getting out there, right? Having that clear goal, being self-motivated, and then following through. Speaking gigs are everywhere. Speaking opportunities are everywhere. They're right in front of you. Be willing to see yourself as a speaker, and then be willing to create opportunities, ask for opportunities, and act on the opportunities that come your way. Say yes. Let me leave you with that last thought. Say yes to speaking opportunities. And when you're ready to dive into getting rid of nerves and getting better at those high stakes communication moments, head over to speaktoinspire.com, watch the free training, and then let's chat about your speaking, see how I might be able to help you. Thanks for listening. This has been She Speaks to Inspire with Julia Kraft, your authentic expression mentor and public speaking coach. I'm so glad you joined me, and I hope you got so much out of this episode. If you want to learn more about Speak to Inspire training programs and get inspired, head over to speaktoinspire.com or follow us on Instagram at She Speaks to Inspire. Never forget, the world needs your voice, and it's time for you to speak to inspire. See you on the next episode.